episode 4. Last week, episode 3, talked about living for the day, but what if there's tomorrow? And this week, I want to talk about not giving in to the fear of others. Or a better way to put that is not letting others project their fear onto you. Because if you talk about doing anything that's even mildly ambitious, you'll get an absurd amount of feedback. Jonice is back here. And that bunch right there. You'll always get feedback. And you'll tell people, oh, I want to do this. And they'll say, oh, well, aren't you afraid of this? Or, oh, can't you do this? Or like, you think you can do that? Or all sorts of negative shit. Or if they're aggressive friends, they'll be like, oh, that's a horrible idea. But they don't know shit about what you're capable of, if I'm putting it bluntly. Like, people have no idea what you're capable of. Only you do. But it's easy to give in to those pressures and to be like, fuck, maybe I can't accomplish this. Or, fuck, maybe it is a stupid idea. Like, one time, I started this company called Who Cry Wolf, where I was just selling some t-shirts, talking about, like, talk less, work more, and just, like, build and then talk about it. And talking to this person, I tell them about the idea and, like, what I want to do with it. They're like, oh, I think you need to be realistic. I'm like, what the fuck is realistic? And that's the most obnoxious shit you can say to anybody. Be realistic. Like, is anyone that's ever done anything amazing realistic? Like, I think be realistic is synonymous to, like, that hasn't been done yet. That's literally all that fucking means. Certain people are so fucking afraid and so... There's so much self-doubt that they'll project that onto you. They don't know you personally. They don't know what you're capable of. They don't know how realistic that is for you. But what they say is, fuck, I don't think I could do that. And they project that shit onto you. And if you aren't careful, that shit can stop you from really pursuing your dreams. I'm speaking about this from perspective. Or from my perspective, which is like experience. I'm speaking from experience where you'll tell people about these. And the worst thing you can do is tell someone about your dreams when they're in the ground stage where you're just getting shit going. Like, and they'll pick it apart and all this sort of stuff. And it's super fucking disheartening. Like, it's like, you really start to doubt yourself and you really start to internalize what people are saying. And it can stop something that's truly amazing. Like, I would be willing to bet that everyone that's ever accomplished something, there was someone there that doubted them. Undoubtedly, because that person wasn't capable of it. And so what you have to do is you have to know what you're capable of. You have to lay the groundwork, then fucking talk about it. Don't talk about shit too early, because it just gives people the opportunity to shit on it. Build something and then talk about it when you need people to know about it. That's literally the only reason you should be talking about it. Me, I get excited and I want to be like, oh, I want to tell you about this shit and oh, I want to talk about it. And I just want to tell everybody. But that's so detrimental and so disheartening. It's horrible. So the strongest piece of advice for like not giving into others projecting their fear on you is to do not talk about it until that shit is being manifested and the foundation's laid and they can't deny it because it's now in front of them. And another thing that I had to understand is like, people can't see your vision. Like, for me, I have so much shit going on in my head and all these fucking ideas. And they try to put it in words and it doesn't make sense. So I can't blame them. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? But there's something there. There's something tangible that can be created that only you can see. So only you can make it happen. Of course people aren't going to understand, yo. You haven't created it yet. So don't let people not understanding your vision stop you from pursuing it. Because worst case scenario, you learn some shit. Truthfully, like, pursue anything. And then, like, pursue anything good. Like, pursue any dream within reality. But you got to listen to the world. Like, there's shit I wanted to do that just didn't work out, and you have to listen. And there are other things that you have a knack for or that you're really that passionate about that you can keep it pushing. I truthfully believe anything is accomplishable if you're willing to put the work in for it. And by that I mean, I don't think I don't look at myself as naturally ever being good at anything. I've always been like mildly athletic. But even with hooping, like coaches were like, I mean, he's athletic. Like he's not just naturally a good hooper. I always remember there being people that I felt like were naturally born super fucking gifted at stuff. And I never felt like I was one of those people. Like it became evident to me at a young age that anything I was going to accomplish was only going to be because I was going to work harder than the next person like me. And obviously, not including privilege and all that, 110%. But just saying, like, if it's me or someone else like me, I'm going to outwork them. Or me versus a talented person, I'm going to work my ass off until I'm at that level. And so don't let anyone doubting you, and for the love of God, don't hang out with negative people. Don't hang out with people that are always doubting you or making you feel self-conscious or putting you down or making you question yourself. It's like, that's super important too. If you are to tell anyone about it, not yes men per se, but just tell people that'll support you and hear you out. Because there are numerous kinds of friends. Like, you have friends that are just absurdly supportive, good or bad, which is tight. Everyone needs that. But there also needs to be a reality there of like, a friend that's like, oh, well, what about this? And what about this? But constructively. So fucking important. Constructively. I used to hang out with someone that would give their opinion on everything. They're like, oh, I'm just honest. No, you're a dick. Like, there's no way around that. Honesty is one thing, but it all depends on what it's rooted in. Surround yourself with people who truly have your best intention in mind, and your relationship is rooted in love. I don't care if it's friendship, with your partner, family, whatever. No matter what, if it's rooted in love, you can't go wrong. Granted, I've told people that I love and that love me ideas, and they've like expressed not concerns, but gave constructive feedback, and we never agreed. And that's totally fine, but there was a constructive conversation there. It's totally different if they just shit on you. And there are a lot of friends that just shit on you, and for some reason, we're drawn to these people in a certain regard. Like, I think that's sort of what cool is. It's just like someone being an asshole. And I say all that to say, first is, ideally, don't tell anyone unless people you're trying to build with about your dreams and your visions. Or if you need some support and some feedback, friends around you that truly love you and support you. And that will truly give you constructive criticism, hear you out. And at the end, they say, fuck it, if you're this passionate about it, send it. And then third, surround yourself with people that you like idolize or people that you want to be like. Like, I have a lot of amazing friends around me who are such beautiful people. They should make you almost feel, naturally make you feel inferior. Like, damn, these people are amazing. Their actions don't make you feel inferior, and their words don't make you feel inferior, but just who they are make you go, like, these people are truly amazing, and I can be a better person being around them. Because you're a representation of who's around you. And if you hang out with people that aren't doing a whole lot, before you know it, you aren't doing a whole lot, truthfully. And it's harsh, but that's honestly the reality of it. Like I'm out in LA right now, and you see, it's not all about money by any means, but just as a example, you see people with a lot of money walking around. You're like, damn, all you've seen, like, you're on the same page as a friend group, and if you're around them, you find out how they're getting that money or the steps they take. It's just all about knowledge and sharing of grind and hustle and love and just building off each other. Because whether we acknowledge it or not, every person we're around adds something to us or takes something away from us. And so if you're around negative people, you're going to be taken away from you, and you only have so much energy to devote during the day. And especially if you're pursuing a dream, you want to have as much energy as possible because you want to devote that to balancing family and the grind. And that's going to take damn near all the energy you need, so you don't have time for negativity. And I think that's one of the things, especially I wish I could tell young me, is like, cut out negativity, Don't get too worked up over what people say, and trust in yourself. Because that's truthfully the most important thing. Like, if you can lay down at night and be comfortable and know what you're pursuing, do it and send it. And another huge thing in the pursuit of something is like tiny steps. Because if you look at the end goal, it's like, it's unfathomable. You're like, how the fuck am I possibly going to accomplish this? But if you chop it up into small bits and just takes one step at a time, before you know it, you're halfway there. Or you look back, you're like, holy shit, I didn't even see myself going this far. But that's key, is those little milestones. Because maintaining that energy and that pursuit is not easy. And it gets extremely draining. And it's time consuming and tiring. You devote a lot of energy mentally and physically. So if you're accomplishing these small steps at a time, you only have so far to fall back. Because you've built this foundation. So that's huge. And so with this whole video, to recap, when you're pursuing a dream, lay the groundwork and don't talk about it till you need to. Surround yourself with people that are going to give you constructive, loving criticism and truly support you and have your best interests in mind. 3, surround yourself with people that you want to be like and people that you aspire to be like and are inspired by. And don't get discouraged. Believe in yourself and truly just keep grinding and making it happen, because you're way more fucking capable of something than you know you are. Makes sense? Like they say when working out, when your mind thinks you're done, your body is only at like 50%. I guess that's more of a metaphor than being literal, but it's the exact same concept. Like, you don't realize what you're capable of. And that's unreal. Like, bro, I'm out in Santa Monica right now. I'm just a cat from St. Louis. Didn't travel a lot growing up. Didn't know people that were traveling like that. And I'm out in Santa Monica, like, getting a check. Bro, you couldn't have told me 3 years ago that this is where I'd be at. You sure as hell couldn't tell me. It's 2018. 6 years ago that this is where I'd be at. Like, this shit's truly a blessing. And if you just grind and get after it and just be relentless, like, shit truly does pay off, honestly. And just believe in yourself. Huge, the most important thing. Love. And I'm gonna show y'all. Yo, like, look at this view, yo. Let's see if you can see it. Let's see, I'm gonna adjust my ISO. Bro, imagine having to do a vlog with this big ass camera. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this. Like, look at it. Wow. What's this thing called? A balcony in Santa Monica with the pier behind me. I remember just a couple years ago, I was walking along that beach and just like looking down the coastline and just being blown away. And look at this. Life's wild, truthfully.